is Joey with Turtle Laboratories, and I'd like to welcome you back to the shop. In this episode, we try something a little different. This is a budget but very capable RC drift car for cheaper than that of a ready to run, and with a little elbow grease can look as good as a high dollar rig too. We're going to go ahead and run a brushless 10.5 turn motor with an ESC capable turbo, boost, and other neat settings. The foundation is a 3 racing Sakura D5 MR chassis kit. I'm going to go ahead and comment throughout the video, but stay tuned until the end for all the details. Alright, let's get to the build. We begin this build by pulling all the pieces that could potentially be purchased in aluminum, and maybe some more. Then we deburr them of all the molded seams and imperfections. We're going to be coating these parts in Cerakote, and to prepare these parts we first degrease them in some simple green, and for some added peace of mind we went ahead and tossed them in the ultrasonic cleaner too. The colors chosen for this build are a base of blue titanium and a splash of lollipop purple. Both are C-Series air dry coatings, so we don't have to bake the parts, which would otherwise possibly lead to distortion or maybe some warpage. To apply the coating, we're using our Iwata LPH 400, which is what we've already got on hand. It sprays beautifully, but for smaller parts like this, we feel a smaller detail gun may work more efficiently. To apply the splash of lollipop purple, we just pour some coating on a cheap chip brush and strategically start flinging it at the part until it looks good. I know this might be an odd finish for an RC car, but as a kid who grew up in the 90s, it just seems right. To clean up the inner bores of our pivots, we use a 3mm reamer to clear out any burrs or Cerakote. This is also good practice on any kit assembly, even if you don't apply any coating at all. Links to these reamers are below. It's a good idea to lubricate all of your pivots with some high quality oil. We like to use the synthetic Liberty oil on almost everything. The sharp nozzle also allows you to pinpoint the application. Links for this are also below. Hey, hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you're curious about what we're building our rig on, this is one of our field benches. We actually make and sell these in our shop in the United States, and they're fully customizable to fit your hobby needs. Links for more information are listed below. And while you're at it, check out our website and see some of the other cool stuff that we make. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's go back to work. To really make this chassis pop, we created some Sakura D5 vinyls and applied them to the chassis. This really made a difference on the appearance of the entire build. In summary, the goal with this build was to build a high-end looking rig with the performance of a mid-level rig, but still be cheaper than a standard ready-to-run rig. To keep it cheap, we went with a 3 Racing Sakura D5 kit, which actually is a very well-designed kit, with the parts being of very good quality as well. We're going to make another video with a little more detail on this D5, as well as one of the clones that's pretty popular. Anyway, we get so caught up with all the carbon and aluminum parts when really, many times we don't even really need them. Sometimes they might even hurt performance with added weight with the aluminum parts. As for electronics, for a motor we went with a Surpass V5R 10.5 turn brushless motor, and to provide power to this motor we went with a Sky RC Toro TS120 ESC with a bunch of tunability including boost and turbo. Alternatively, if you don't want boosted turbo, you can probably go with a Hobbywing 10 BL60 and that'll be just fine. And it'd be a lot cheaper too. We robbed the Power HD G1 gyro off of our MST RMX 2.0 build and finished the electronics off with a Trackstar TS D99X servo, which surprisingly behaves very well with a G1 gyro. My only real complaint with the build was the poor print of the D5 manual. It was near impossible to make out many of the parts, and I found myself installing many of the parts backwards and having to reinstall the pieces correctly. The reason why we went with Cerakote was its superior resistance to abrasion and its ability to be applied at a very low mill thickness so that we didn't have any problems with tolerances, and the finish always looks really good. Obviously, you don't need Cerakote to do a custom look like this, and at the end of the day, the Cerakote is still a little cheaper than a pile of aluminum bits, but it'll definitely add a little cost to your build. The parts used in this build are going to be listed in affiliate links below. Please take a moment and check them out, as well as our store website. We get a little kickback if you use those links. If you made it this far, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around our channel again in the future. Thank you. God fly, dude. Land somewhere, bro. My only real complaint with this build was the poor print of the D5 manual. God fly, mother. If you made it this far, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around on our channel again in the future. Here we go.